Greetings, friends. The word for today is trust. I've been feeling and experiencing today the convergence of intensity and change, the forces of change, and the intensity of conflict and trauma and suffering for many people who are on the front lines of physical change through all of the environmental changes, through all of the activations that have been happening the last few weeks around the earth. And the reality that those of us who have been spared the personal trauma of being in the middle of one of these events, we're very much aware of the intensity for so many thousands and thousands and I don't know, hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people who are experiencing the changes firsthand. And there's a way in which all of us are questioning what our job is, what our responsibility is, and how to participate and contribute when we're not in the middle of the intensity. The word is trust, and the other side of that of the trust experience right now is the very real suffering and the very real challenge that so many people are engaged with, including loss of life. So I've been sitting with that today, and I was called to the Three of Swords because the Three of Swords is the card for Libra in these last days of the sign of Libra. Three of Swords, on the highest level, it's called sorrow. It represents our ability to fully engage in all the processes of life, including the reality of change and suffering and death, and the sorrow involved in the ephemeral nature of this world. So there's a quality of mastery to this card that we work with the central sword and the illumination of higher truth and our ability to hold that higher truth in our hearts. Ultimately, this is a card of the ability to hold coherence in our heart in the midst of suffering. So there's a mystery to what's happening. There is a quality of us learning new tools to step into change, to step into times of change, and to contribute on authentic levels. This is really the foundation of my life work, and for each of you the same, of how do we show up to be of service in real ways, in strategic ways, in true ways, in lasting ways, to participate and contribute in this great time of change. And so this question of suffering and contribution is real, it's authentic, and it goes to the very root of where we are and who we are as a human family and as an earth. And so I went to the Sabian today, just recently. I hadn't pulled out these next 5. I'm pulling them out 5 days at a time, and we are in 21 Libra right now, which is a new 5-day cycle, and I hadn't looked at them yet. And so after I was meditating on the message for today, I went to the Sabian, and it's a symbol that I've worked with before, and it's so beautiful, and it directly relates to Three of Swords. The hologram is of a crowd of people on a Sunday at the beach, enjoying each other at the ocean. The teaching behind it and the message and energy signature behind it is, first, the theme of Sunday is a day of solar illumination and celebration and connection to higher truth. The sun rules Sunday, so quality of consciousness and community at a high level of consciousness at the ocean, going to the mother, going to back to source, and being at source to become rejuvenated and recharged. And the mother, the great mother, is the energy of the threes on Tree of Life, the Sephira called Binah, which is the mother and the energy of the mother. So Three of Swords is one of the tools of the mother who holds space for each of us as we go through the challenges of life. and a leadership quality that we step into as we learn to strengthen our own heart so that we can hold space for ourselves and each other. So the word trust comes to the heart of all of this, is our ability to participate fully in our own life circumstances, in the daily drama of our life, and in the huge drama of what's playing out around us, and to ask authentically for what we need to know to show up for ourselves and for each other. And so I don't have answers. It's a mystery, and it's the path that we are all stepping into right now and continuing to travel on together. So embrace trust, embrace change, embrace the vitality that's underneath, the vitality and the force of love that is underneath all uncertainty and all pain. There's a love that holds us. That's the mother, and we are here together to hold each other and help each other on this great path of return. So have a great day, and I'll be in touch again tomorrow.